What's good, everyone? Yoshi McLeod here, back with more Bastion. This episode, we're going into Colford Cauldron. Let's rock.
Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time.
Huh?
The cauldron boiled over.
Oh, this is so much faster. Oh,
They say
that's...
it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
These are doing a lot of damage, like holy moly.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions.
Oh, wait, what?
The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
So the game gave me a flamethrower? What? I'm wondering if this is even okay.
Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity.
Wait. There we go. The thing's out. But we have a flamethrower.
Cauldron's fires.
I'm wondering how I don't know how I feel about this.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered
Whew.
other things we're better off not knowing. The taste of air is so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Okay. Just set everything on fire and let's rock and roll. I'm not even gonna lie, this does damage quite quickly.
You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
Alright, let's go this way.
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come.
Please, thank you. Why does this thing not want to let me go?
After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity.
I'm not even gonna lie. The flamethrower's pretty good.
As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare.
I find it interesting because you can point blank just fine, even though it doesn't do a ton of damage. Yeah, it's fine.
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
Let's go.
Cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears.
These things are like swarming. The swarm is like kind of rough.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron.
Okay, we out.
But all the fire.
That was a little scary, not gonna lie.
There's nothing left of it. He comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
What?
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
What's going on here?
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Ceylondia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs. First, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her. Or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him. Convinced her to take him to a family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals.
Okay. One more.
When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Shoot. That sucks. I got them desynced. This is rough. Okay, that was scary.
Succeeded. But the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls. The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mancers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Holy moly, what just happened?
Someday your bird is gonna fly. Don't build that wall until it's done.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
But now you've got nowhere to run. So build that wall and build it stronger. We'll be there before two.
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Jesus.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
New idols and more elusive members of Pantheon share.
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like.
Been meaning to put up some guardrails.
That's funny.
My brothers, bravest men I ever knew.
So the thing is, I don't dislike the flamethrower.
Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time. At least it won't get cold around here with that thing around. Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that.
The fire bellows aren't bad, but I still think I like the war machete. You know what?
One
We'll get the fire
ain't
bellows
enough.
another level.
There's always the carbine and the bellows. We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Well, Malzand it is.
Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go.
Oh my goodness.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
Oh my. Oh no.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
I hate this. Okay. This is like rude. A level where I physically cannot see where I'm going.
Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers.
Excuse me. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
Okay.
The best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
What is...
Even if the beasts of the wilds won't like it.
Oh, that's... That's interesting, actually. I don't know how I feel about this weapon. I actually think this is, like, super interesting.
It's a delicate situation. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves.
Alright, let's keep it moving.
Takes a lot of convincing.
Interesting. If I'm using this, I shouldn't have my item that I have in RT. Or I guess R2, because I'm
Look at
playing
it
with
this
it.
way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours.
And get rid of everything.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast.
Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting distinction to be made.
Those beasts been hard at work.
It won't let
fixing
me
up the place.
send another one out unless the first one's no longer on the map. Did I hurt myself? Oh no. Hurting
They've
yourself
rounded
is
up their
bad.
survivors, just like we have. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square. You don't need to keep tanking doing what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Let's see. Find Grandpa.
Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
Oh wow, the forge goes all the way up to 5 now.
He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets. The culture, the still life of old unwanted keepsakes.
Alright. So I think that's it for this episode. So next episode, we're going to make a jump to another stage.
The quarry's gotta have one, right?
You know what? I hope you're right. So next episode, we're going to jump straight into the quarry. I'll see you guys then.